Alright, so I'm gonna be talking about the Nick A30 stuff that's been going on, and I've waited until everything came out to make a video on it, because I mean, I didn't really care at the start, to be honest. You know, it kind of seemed ridiculous, just some Fortnite drama basically. And so I waited, but now that Nick A30 has responded, and then Aarch made another video talking about his response, I decided I would talk about it. Plus, one thing that made me want to talk about it is because there were several commentary channels that I watch that kept switching up, and it wasn't just commentary channels. There was a lot of people just watching. They were just switching up every time someone made a new video. And I'm gonna be coming at this from a logical standpoint, from someone that's in the middle. You know, like, I'm not gonna be deterred by Nick's fan base or anything, because he has a big fan base. I'm not gonna be scared of them, and I'm not just gonna side with the smaller creator, because I think there are parts where they're both wrong and both had faults, and I don't really like the way that Nick A30 was kind of acting and how he left out a bunch of stuff in his response. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm sure everybody knows this already, but the whole drama started off with Aarch making these two videos on Nick A30, saying that he was scamming his fans. He's since changed it to Nick A30 scammed me. And then after he made that first video, Nick A30 made a response to that, or kind of had a crash out on Red Dead Redemption 2. And to be honest, he was acting like a massive child instead of the almost 30-year-old man that he is.
Look at this. Look at this. I got something to say about this. Look, I'm going to show you all you need to know about how scummy people are, okay? Look at this. 1.3k views, 1.3k views, 2.8k views, 2.3k views, 106,000 views on this video right here. You see that? And that's, I can guarantee you, bro donated like $10. I can guarantee you he made 100 times that amount with this video right here. Bro's going on like it's about the money. Bro was just a rude, toxic, hateful individual, bro. Like, he was so passive-aggressive in his comment, and I hate people like that, bro. I will never respond to you, and I will never unblock you. I hope you know that. Because you are just a rude, spiteful individual. And not only that, you weren't looking for content from me, bro. You were looking to make something like this. I could tell with your donations and the way that you were antagonizing me with that, okay? And I think the views speak for themselves. Oh, look at this. You not a single video over 10k views here, and then you do a video on me over 100,000 views. You clout chaser, and you made way more than $10. So go show that to your community. Go show your ad revenue on that. Little scummy person, bro. Such a scumbag.
Yeah, so right there, I mean, some people might say it was a little justified, but he was just full on attacking the guy's character and acting like a child. Honestly, Mr. Positivity, clearly right there, and just made up a bunch of stuff too. But let's check out a few parts of his response. Not gonna play through the whole thing.
You guys might have seen the drama recently. There's a video made by this creator where he slanders my name and calls me a scammer and liar. There has been a lot of misinformation and overall just blatant lies. This one individual has made 2 videos already. Then there's a ton of other YouTubers, so I have to clear everything up, and so that's what we're gonna be doing today. So first things first, when I reacted to his video originally, you might notice his title of the video was Nick A30 scams his viewers. And if we look at what the video is called now, it's Nick A30 scammed me. He's clearly using my name to create a false narrative to gain views and propel his channel forward.
You're probably wondering what happened. Well, I found out he exploits his viewers for money.
This is a wild claim with absolutely zero proof.
On the 27th of December 2024, I donated $4. I donated asking for him to give me a Fortnite challenge for a video I'm making.
At no point whatsoever did Aarch reach out via Twitter, email, any social media platform, or through another donation saying that he would like a refund, because everyone knows I would refund that donation within a heartbeat. I know it's not about the money. Otherwise, you would have asked for a refund. You take down the videos, but I know you're not going to. And I'm not one to censor anything. Everyone is more than allowed to have their opinion, make videos on me, form opinions. I will never DMCA strike, copyright claim them, or anything like that.
So that part I can agree on. If he really felt like he was wronged, he could have reached out for a donation. But in his response to this response, he says that he didn't know that that was even an option because he's a smaller creator, and you know, he doesn't think he'd be able to get in contact with him to get a refund, which is understandable at the same time. But he should have at least tried, first of all, to contact Nick A30 to get a refund before making those videos, if that was really the problem. Now, one thing you mentioned right there is he could have reached out with another donation, but how was he supposed to do that when you had blocked him from donating anyway?
I don't have any ideas off the top of my head. If I had ideas, I'd be recording
This
it.
is just weird because, like, he could just say any challenge.
I've streamed Fortnite for 7 years, and people have asked me for challenges every single stream. I'm out of ideas, bro. And I could sound like a broken record and say one chest challenge, one chest challenge, one chest challenge. But like at the end of the day, how many videos are people gonna watch where Nick 30 gives me a challenge and it's the one chest challenge? Like, how boring would that be? So I try to be a little more reserved so people can't just use my name and say Nick 30 gave me a challenge and it's the same thing over and over again. When you see a Nick 30 video, I want it to be special, I want it to be unique, and that's the same way I treat my content on my channel. So my overall mindset on this kind of stuff, it never changes. Like, you gotta put in the work, you gotta put in the time.
And like right there, he says he doesn't want to sound like a broken record and say one chest challenge over and over again. But the point is, he did say, you know, just tell me what to say and I'll say it for your video. He told the guy that. And so then he sent another donation. Then he missed it. He sent another one. Be like, hey, I think you missed it. And then you said, oh, I did see it. And you started getting a little more hostile.
Secondly, I do agree with Nick that the title and thumbnail of that video could have been better and do come off as a bit exaggerated. I will take accountability for that, and I have multiple times. I do think it's unfair to say he scams his viewers, and that's why I changed the title. Because when it comes to me, I feel that I was scammed. Yes, it might not be the exact textbook definition of a scam, but he told me he would do it if I told him what challenge.
So if you have a challenge, you let me know. I will gladly say it so you can use it for your video, if that's what you'd like.
He then may have missed the second donation, as he says in his video, but he saw the third where I gave him 2 challenges that he said he would say. So to put this into perspective, if someone on the street is playing an instrument and you give them some money asking them to play a certain song, they do not have to play that song for you. But when they agree to do it, if you give them more money telling them what song to play, then they should do it. Otherwise, you would say they scammed you. Just because it's not some crazy crypto scam doesn't mean it's not disingenuous from Nick.
So there you can see Nick did say that he would do it if he just told him what challenge he wanted him to say. So that's one thing I didn't see other commentary channels addressing, talking about. They just kind of passed over that situation or that point. Like, for instance, there was this commentary channel that just seemed to misunderstand this part of the video.
Did 5 videos and 4 out of 5 of them were you going undercover. You reused the same ideas all the time.
So let me get this straight. Nick 30 admits to having no ideas. Like, he is tapped out of ideas. And then you prove his point even more by showing him doing the same challenge over and over again. Because in his words, he's out of ideas. So what are you proving here? Like, you're not proving anything here.
Like, I don't know if it was just an oversight or you weren't really paying attention to the situation that was actually going on, but the whole point was he told him at the beginning that he would actually do it if he told him what challenge he wanted him to say. That's the whole point. It's not the fact that he's reusing content, it's the fact that he already said that he would if he gave him a challenge name. Now, I like Peep is awesome. I like his content. I'm subscribed to him since before he had 100k subscribers. But if we're talking about these two people being held accountable, then I think we got to keep each other accountable in the commentary space as well. And that was one point I saw, you know, people glazing over constantly.
One thing I actually noticed when watching this back is the donation messages he's making and typing out in the video itself. They're not what he actually said when he donated. I logged onto my Streamlabs and I'm able to see the exact donation messages. His second donation was, bro, it can be any challenge, just anything off the top of your head, even if it's been done before. Thanks. I mentioned some in the last dono, like one chest or shotgun only, lol. Appreciate your content, man. Not trying to spam, just sending you money, LeMayo. Brother, you asked me to tell you what I would like you to say, and then you don't read the message.
Now, the part where he's reading the donations in a very kind of aggressive, passive-aggressive way, myself reading them off, it really doesn't sound super passive-aggressive. Like, he has these 3 on screen right here, and it says, like, bro, it can be any challenge, just anything off the top of your head, even if it's been done before, thanks. I mentioned some in the last dono, like one chest or shotgun only, lol. Appreciate your content, man. Not trying to spam, just sending you money, LMAO. And third one, I can understand, like, him getting a little bit more annoyed. Brother, you asked me to tell you what I would like you to say, and then you don't read the message. But kind of rubs me the wrong way because he cut these 3 donations and didn't include the 2 other ones and just left those out.
The content creator, you come up with the idea. I'll say it if that's what you want. If you want to include me in the video, please stop spamming, okay? It's not my responsibility to come up with video ideas for you, bro. Listen, like, if I had the idea, I'd be doing it myself. I said that already 3 times. So if you can't pay attention to the stream, like, that's on you, bro. I literally responded to your message way too many times.
Now, you may also realise in this clip, he mentions 3 donations,
I said that already 3 times.
showcasing that he did see the other 2, but he didn't want to respond to them. The way I see it is he told me he will give me a challenge, but not come up with a new idea. So I informed him it can be any challenge that's been done before, and I even gave him 2 examples in the 4th donation. Keep in mind, he's only read my 1st donation and my 4th donation with the examples, and this is how he reacted. What I think happened is he ignored my donations on purpose as he decided he didn't want to do it, and rather than telling me, he let me keep donating. You may also notice here, he says I'm spamming,
Please stop spamming, okay?
which will make sense in the next donation, which he did not give context to in his video. After his response, I assumed I could still get a challenge despite his rude tone, as he doubled down on the fact he would do it.
Listen, if you have a challenge that you would like me to give you, you give it to me.
Therefore, I donated another $2 saying, I mentioned some in the last dono like 1 chest or shotgun only lol. I want to mention I said lol as I just assumed he missed the last part of my donation. And I felt his reaction was unwarranted as he was complaining about me not giving him a challenge.
Now, I do feel like a big part of this was just a big misunderstanding, and that's also why I think that it's ridiculous and just very dumb and stupid that this is even a big deal in the first place. And to give some criticism to Aarch, 3 videos is starting to stretch it a little bit, but I can understand why he felt like he needed to respond. But still, I think now it should just be ended. It should just be over. Time to move on. If you make a 4th video, if either of them make another video, then that's just ridiculous. If Aarch makes another video, then sure, I'll say he's clout chasing and he's just doing it for views. But yeah, it's already starting to get a little bit stretched. At least in his newest video, he was taking a lot more accountability for his actions, which is very important, and I think good stuff for him. And unfortunately, Nick30 doesn't address the whole Red Dead Redemption 2 arc of this drama and doesn't talk about that at all. Like, he just completely leaves that out because he know it wasn't a good look for him and was very negative, and he's trying to be the whole positivity guy.
There was a lot more positivity out there, and the clips that would get views would be the ones where I'm actually responding positively and giving people challenges, being nice and shout outs and thank yous, but nobody cares about that. All I ask is that you just understand there's always 2 sides to every story. I'm not going to make any more videos covering this. I want to just focus on the positive because, again, you focus on the positive, it tends to create a more positive community. This kind of stuff does not make me feel good. It's just not very fun, and it just makes you not excited to stream. It doesn't make you excited to make videos, and everything's just negative, 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 and you don't see any positive. Not fun. So genuinely, I mean this. There's no ill will towards anybody. Aarch, I wish you all the best. I appreciate all the support, guys. And so all I ask is we keep it positive, guys. We move on from this and keep on spreading good vibes, never back down, never give up, and have an amazing rest of your day, guys.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll both move on now and we can get away from this whole situation. But I do think that is pretty funny. He's like, we need to focus on the positive. Don't be negative, guys. I wish people would focus more on the positive things I do, which is understandable, but, you know, it's good to be focusing on the positive. If we could have only gotten this mature response from him in the first place instead of his rant on Red Dead Redemption 2 attacking Aarch's character.
Go make another video and try to get another $5,000, $10,000, and go on about this $2 donation and this $3
Like, oh my God. Guy's attitude is, like, what a D-bag, bro. Like, what a scumbag, bro. He's just making it seem like I scam my viewers because, of course I'm gonna block him because he's a douchebag.
So yeah, he did kind of brush off that and didn't apologize for that. But I mean, he probably was just very defensive because he felt like he was being attacked. Anyways, very childish. He's almost 30 years old, like it's literally in his name. And I do agree that Aarch shouldn't have labeled Nick30 a scammer, like saying he was scamming his viewers and stuff like that with the first video. He shouldn't have done that. He should have tried to get a refund off the start, and this whole situation could have been avoided. Anyway, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, share with your friends, your enemies, whoever you want really. And yeah, see ya.